Good afternoon, this is your BTV News, broadcasting live from Gaborone. My name is Kailo Sabone. In our headline, Botswana and Estonia reaffirm commitment to strengthening their relations. The Estonian First Lady pays a courtesy call on First Lady Masisi. While in sports, Nota and Musweu win the 2024 National Chess Team Selection Tournament. The President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, treated his counterpart from Estonia, Re Ala Karis, and his wife, Ms. Karis, to a cultural evening last night at the National Museum in Gaborone. The evening was characterized by a display of vibrant and diverse cultural heritage through song, music, and dance, as well as traditional cuisine. When welcoming guest, the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Dr. Lemogang Kwape, said Botswana, like Estonia, prides itself of rich culture and vibrant traditions. President of Estonia, Re Ala Karis, the First Lady, Ms. Karis, and their delegation are in Botswana for a 4-day state visit. Kikanse Kumar.
Botswana and Estonia boast of rich cultural histories and traditions. The Estonian delegation was treated to a taste of Botswana's delicacy and entertainment by popular local groups. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Lemogang Kwape, says the event was necessary in allowing the delegation to experience the beauty and depth of Botswana.
Botswana holds a treasure trove of cultural expression that reflects the rhythm of our people's lives. From the captivating dance that tells the story of our ancestors and our way of life, to the soul-stirring melodies that resonate with our emotions, our cultural performance represents the very essence of our national identity.
Estonia is a singing nation, and our way to freedom from Soviet colonization was called a singing revolution. I would like to congratulate your nation for the success of Kaleman Tumesido Motsete Choir for the gold medal at the World Choir Games in Korea last year.
At the moment, the two nations cooperate mainly in ICT and digital transformation.
This visit not only symbolizes a step towards enhancing our bilateral ties, as highlighted by my colleague, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Kwape, but also open doors for potential cooperative ventures in various domains. Our nations are united in an endeavor to uplift, celebrate, and globalize our creative and sports industries, contributing significantly to cultural and sport tourism. The parallel between Tallinn's Song and Dance Festival and our National Arts Festival, both scheduled for July 2024, presents a fantastic opportunity for cross-cultural exchanges and mutual inspiration.
President Karis' visit presents an opportunity for the two countries to further strengthen the existing bilateral relations. Kikanse Kumalo, BTV News, Gaborone.
Now, Botswana and Estonia look to strengthen their cooperation in the digital information technology space for reciprocal benefit of both countries. President Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi said with Botswana embarking on its digital transformation agenda, this will be more opportune. He alluded to these sentiments during the engagement with the media regarding President of Estonia's and his delegation's visit to Botswana.
The long-lasting sustainable help we'd want is the capacity to do ourselves, the capacity to create new and better. And Estonia has shown the world that they know how to take themselves out of problems and come out tops. So it's the strategy, it's the methodology, it's the DNA. And it doesn't happen in an occurrence. It's over time. It's a relationship. It will come.
Now we're talking mainly and mostly about ICT, but there are definitely more opportunities to collaborate. And ICT is it's a wide range. It's not only ICT as such, but you have to have ICT in different industries, and this is what we should probably do together also in Botswana as well as in Estonia.
Now, in the midst of Estonian President Ala Karis's state visit to Botswana, the First Lady, Ms. Karis of Estonia, paid a courtesy call on the First Lady of Botswana, Meneo Masisi. The two First Ladies are passionate about issues concerning children, youngsters' well-being and issues of mental health. Both spouses' engagements over the years have been on social development projects, including visits to centers dedicated to youth entrepreneurship and centers dedicated to other social ills such as teenage pregnancy and drug addiction. The initiatives underscore the two countries' holistic approach to diplomatic relations, emphasizing not only economic and security cooperation, but also social well-being and empowerment. This afternoon, the two ladies will engage the youth in a thoughtful dialogue on drug use at the Musolapula Junior Secondary School in Gaborone. Still on the visit, the President, Dr. Mokgweetsi Masisi, held official talks with his Estonian counterpart, President Ala Karis, at the office of the President this morning, wherein the duo touched on various issues pertaining to their shared values and interests. President Masisi cited the two countries' shared priorities in the governance and development space, emphasizing several commonalities such as upholding the systems of democracy, the rule of law, and human rights priorities. Botswana and Estonia have built strong relations spanning over 2 decades and fostered cooperation in an array of sectors with the mutual intention to further such relations.
Estonia and Botswana share many common values. We're committed to the rule of law, to democratic dispensation. We're committed to respect for human rights. We're committed to multilateralism. And we're committed to the resolution of conflicts through peaceful means, always and forever. We're committed to development, and we're committed to the world peace and safety. We also enjoy the arts and culture. We also enjoy a deep interest in humanity and the welfare of others.
We are really looking forward to visit to Estonia as well, and to see our common values and what we can do and what have done already a short time. So we are looking forward for these 2 days here in Botswana. Last night was already a very good start. We did see your cultural background as well as folklore and so forth. So we are also singing nation. Not also, we consider ourselves a singing nation, and we even had a singing revolution when we regained our independence. So it started with singing. For me as a president, I'm really first time in this continent, and I'm very pleased that its country is Botswana.
Now, another news director for mining and technical exhibitions, Andrew McNamara, says the objective of the expo organized by his company in Botswana is to bring together suppliers and companies from the mining industry to interact and share ideas on improving the industry. McNamara said this at a mining expo in Letlhakane. This mining and technical exhibitions activity has almost 20 years in Botswana in different mining areas such as Letlhakane and Jwaneng.
This mining and technical exhibitions activity has almost 20 years being held in Botswana in different mining areas such as Letlhakane and Jwaneng. The organizers of this expo, which attracts companies in Botswana and from Southern Africa, explained that the expo is where industry leaders and professionals in mining come together to showcase their products and services, as well as connect with key industry decision makers on how to take the industry forward.
High impact exhibitions really focus on bringing people together. It's actually all about networking. We are a company that kind of engages with the mining operations, and there's a need for the mines to network with obviously different suppliers. We've got a lot of local suppliers here, being Botswana suppliers, suppliers, or they're based in Orapa, based in Letlhakane or Palape or wherever. And we realized that, it's very difficult for suppliers to kind of come up into the Southern African regions, even into Africa. So we are just that vehicle that brings the two together.
Mr. McNamara says the expo has grown since inception.
We wouldn't be back here year after year, if there wasn't a positive response from the mining operations as well as the suppliers. The expos have grown year on year. Even, obviously we had that period of COVID, which was a bit of a challenge. But after that, we've kind of moved in.
Some participating companies appreciated the expo for presenting an opportunity to showcase their products and services.
Ka lebaka la gore ha tshono ya gore re khone gore re ipapatse re ithekise la bobedi re tsenela this kind of thing gore tswela mosola mo go maswa because go tsweng gone ho aka o bona re ntse re ya ba the business card, the profile and all the stuff. We get a bit of response from Bat. Oh, can I saw this go lift and shifty, can I get this service? Yes.
This is our first event. As you can see, we came all out so that we can showcase everything here, and we believe this will give us a mileage, so that there's a mining area, so that we can sell our product and services into these mines.
Mr. McNamara emphasized that with the advent of technology in the mining industry, it is befitting for companies to meet and share ideas on overcoming challenges presented by new technologies. BTV News, Letlhakane.
Now, the farmers in Sepepe cattle post near Tsitsibye village have embarked on a pioneering move to revolutionize the landscape of livestock breeding, introducing Gie Brahman in their heads. And an emerging breeder, Re Munkemedi Ramutle, cited Gie Brahman as a suitable breed for Bubirwa because of its adaptability and resilience traits. Karabo Mulusi.
On the backdrop of livestock farming being an age-old economic vehicle in the lives of Botswana, local farmers realized the need to adopt improved cattle farming practices to stay on the game and optimize their profit margins. In a space of 5 years, Mr. Munkemedi Ramutle has transformed his herd with Gie Brahma bull, ready to secure a considerable share in the cattle breeding and beef industry market.
Gie Brahma e bonwa ka phata e round e be bona ka tsebe e tona hela go rena ke a di hona e bonwa ka dinaka tse reng go godimo ka re di ka kopana yana ke tsa gore ga o ka lebella gongwe dinaka tsa yone di santse di ya go tshwanetseng teng. It's very rare mo Botswana ga intsi ke batla go leka go e oketsa mme mo go e oketseng ga me ke batla go leka go e dira gore e be e tsena mo marketeng batho ba kgone go ta go reka dipoo kwano batho ba kgone go ta go reka maroba kwano.
Consistent with the dynamic market trends and the impact of climate change, continuous learning and practicing sustainable livestock management techniques has become less of a choice, rather mandatory to stimulate return on investment and unlock value chain opportunities.
Hapo ya ka e gwela ha ile gore e gwela a certain animal today kana khomongwe tsatsi leno gona la re kwalang teng monno o taba a bua le nna a mpolella gore no tsatsi eno e gwela khomo e ntseng jana le jana ya tech number so ra recorda gore itse gore date e go tsweng ka yone ke re be re ta re estimate gore ya go tsala le se sengwe ke gore po ya rona ga e huli go nageng
ke di khomotse di robala mo sakeng di bolla phakeng poe ta boe tsena mo go tsene le bella e leng goreng e ka e pagama ga ke bona gore o right poe e setse go me morago ke tabo ke kopanya le yone wela ga ile gore ga isi wele ga ke di bolotsa phakela ke a etoe e be hela e palami e be re ka mosatsi la tla phakela di tsabe ke tsenya mo go tsedimo fe tsama
ke ne le Bramana me ke batla go thabola ke batla go tsena mo seventalene le nama le kwa skale ka mpha sengwanyana go a ke isitse BMC ja mo le sakela ra mutene re tile re tlo lebelela di khomo tsa gago ya ka thabolotse go thabola ja le nna ite re ka moso ke bone gore monne o thabolotse jo bontsi ya le nna ke tse temane engwe le nna ke bone gore monne o dira o tswa sente.
measuring by the growing interest and efforts delivered by livestock farmers, augmented by available technical and financial support from the government. The contribution of the cattle farming sub-sector in the country's GDP presents potential for good heydays. Karabo Mulusi, BTV News, Tsitsijwe.
You're watching BTV News and thank you for staying with us. Now, local fishermen have been urged to venture into fish farming in order to sustain their livelihoods. The Member of Parliament for Muchudi East, Remabusepule, underscored this at a media activation for the upcoming second annual Oliphant's Drift Fish Festival. The main objective of the Fish Festival, which is to be held this Saturday at Oliphant's Drift, is set to develop aquaculture and assist river communities to uplift their livelihoods. Lucky Tuteng.
Limpopo is a river of life that forms a borderline between the countries of South Africa, Botswana and Zimbabwe. The river boasts of an impressive variety of flora and fauna. However, it's against that background why the area Member of Parliament, Mr. Pule, rolled out an initiative to uplift the lives of communities along this river. As such, the Fish Festival launched last year. This year is expected to become bigger and better.
Are tsweng mo go tshwara ditlapiela ka dinnete le dihuku yaanong re di rue yaanong under the same ministry o e leng gore wa go tla ka program e bilwa go te thuo le tlotlo a ke re le utlwaletse thuo le tlotlo e tlanye e tla be tsenya ditlhapi mo teng mo gore bo fishermen ba the river villages ga ba ka ipopa ba bona setsa ba gona rara ba o dira diplasa tsa thuo ya ditlhapi
go le phateng la rona re na le boikarabelo ja gore re le gokaganya le ko maphateng a mangwe a le ka bonang dithuso teng ya ka re bone bo temo le tlotlo ya ka ba nyeletso lehuma jaaka e le bone bo reki bria from aquaculture jalo jalo rona tiro a rona ke gore go lomaganya le ko ka kgonang go itshedisa teng.
Aquaculture is still at an infant stage in the country, as there is a production deficit of about 4,450 metric tons every year.
We need to focus on our production. That's why this festival also focuses on fish farming, then fishing. So these are two things here. There is a proverb: if we do always fishing from the river, from the open ecosystem, so one day it will be diminishing.
As an empowerment for the local fishermen, Mr. Pule donated life jackets, cooler boxes, and other tools to assist local fishermen in running a successful business.
After every 3 months. Le tla thusa ka gonne bona ba tshwari ba ditlhapi ba tla kgona gore ga se hange nna after every 3 months.
The Oliphant's Drift Fish Festival is expected to be held this weekend and will bring the local fishermen, fishery stakeholders and potential customers under one roof to focus on fish farming. Lucky Tuteng, BTV News, Oliphant's Drift.
Now in Francistown, women gathered to celebrate their achievements, contributions, efforts and struggles towards the development of this country prior to the International Women's Day. Faith Dittit.
Women are compelled to celebrate their stand in leadership positions. Government also appreciated for recognizing the potential of women in leading.
We have seen a lot in terms of achievements for what is called a woman. Today we stand at a pivotal moment in history where the voices and talents of women are heard. Mo Botswana, our voices have been heard. Recently, His Excellency the President celebrated with us more social media area. He has more than 50% of women heading ministries as permanent secretaries. a itumela a le rre le rona bomme a re itumeleleng dikgang tseo.
There were also testimonies from these women encouraging each other to be independent and refrain from being dependent on their male counterpart, also encouraged to love and prioritize themselves.
Most of the women, we don't settle for the quality. As a woman, I want to challenge you, or you should know what you settle for. Because we believe in quality.
You don't okay. So
this meeting was an opportunity for women to interact with each other, share their faults and successes, as well as guiding each other on issues affecting them as women, with this month dedicated for the love of women. Faith Ditete, BTV News, Francistown.
Khosi Khari wa boraro wa Bakwena has pleaded with Bakhatla Bakamanana in Tamaga to allow him time to resolve issues around the Abukhosi emanating from the confusion as to who is the rightful successor of the late Khosi Khubuamang. The dispute has pitted Khosi Khubuamang's daughter Me Bone Khubuamang against her uncle Re Matshego Khubuamang. Khosi Khubuamang passed on in 2021, and Khosi Khari said this at a Kota meeting where members of the community were engaged to afford them a chance to have an input on how best to address the matter.
Khosi Khari says he has noted all reasons for and in support of the two possible candidates for the tribe chieftaincy. Therefore, the issue needs to be thoroughly examined before any decision could be made and suitable for the benefit of the community.
Le gabedi maina mabedia lengwe le na le batho ba ba le minnokeng mpo bothe ba ba buileng ka khanya go ira dithopo ba ne ba bua ha ba sa e bate le ne le bua gore ka le thakathakanyetsa go ya ka ha nna ke le utuleng ka teng.
Residents and the relatives of the two parties were given an opportunity to air their grievances and reasons concerning the issue at hand.
Setilo sa bogosi se mo lapeng la rona se fella mo lapeng la rona nna ke wa go se gata setilo seo bakgatla ga re lwele setilo se le ope ra ngwane bele ke ra rona nna ne re itse gore go fula reng ga ra rona ke ene ano motsadi a rona e leng gore re simolla go tsa lorato le lotlhe re le motshella ga se mo gompieno re ka borentse ana re lwela setilo le ene le goka
rona ba ntlo ara msile ra re Matshego go bua mang mogolo go bua mang o busitse mogolo e dira tsame o busitse jaano na re tsore kana lano le tsamaiso a rona mono go se bua mang Matshego o tshwantse go tsena a se kana khanya molomo hela a ba ntshe mekwalo ya gore boswa jo ba bonetswe leng ke mang gona le bomang
a bili a o ka lwela boswa le bana ba ga mogolowe ke ra ha re bua ka boswa ka ne bangwe ba bua ka boswa o ka bolwela le go bua mang ye se le bana ba ga go bua mang batho ba modimo a re sa tsose modumo mo legaeng la rona ne le legae la rona le iketlile
mo go botlhe le bone ba ba tsamaileng bone bo leina kante nna re bilene a nna re boswabo ba morona a ene ga gare ga bana ba botlhe le bone ba ba re tlogetse ke ene hela o ang go tlhoka go ja boswa.
Khosi Khari assured that he will find time to come up with a solution and possible verdict before the end of March this year. Kesego Fetse Makwinja, BTV News, Tamaga.
And that story there is the one that actually wraps up our bulletin at this hour. In sports, we have Tebogang Sebetlela standing by to give you news, starting obviously with BOTSWANA.
This is in context the sports news. In a move to select qualifiers for the BOTSWANA National Championships and Kuksa Regional Games, BOTSWANA this weekend held its first season of the South and North competitions in Francistown at the Obed Itani Chulume Stadium. According to BOTSWANA President Korapeze Setlare, the competitions were also used to give athletes a chance to qualify for the national team. Karabo Sebele reports.
Setlare says their aim is to support students who are passionate in sports by giving them a chance to showcase their talent at an international level, as well as hoisting their school's names higher.
Some of our athletes, because they are in the national teams, this is an opportunity for them to qualify for bigger events because they are also in the national teams. All Africa Games, qualify the Olympics. They are doing very well. We are happy with the records that people know.
Furthermore, in the ladies' final heat of the 100-meter race, Rita Jack of Gaborone University College of Law and Professional Studies qualified for the championships after recording 12:24 seconds, followed by Lonema Dizimule of Botswana Accountancy College, who qualified in a time of 12:33 seconds. In the men's 100-meter race, Kentse Tshwenyego also of GUC secured a spot in 1 minute 51 seconds 64 milliseconds. The upcoming BOTSWANA championships and regional competitions will be held from the 27th to the 28th of April this year in Gaborone. Karabo Sibili, BTV Sport, Francistown.
Makufi Nota and women candidate Master Tanga Molemo Museu are the winners of the 2024 National Team Selection Finals Tournament in the open section and the ladies categories, respectively.
Makufi was on top of his game from the start of the tournament, collecting 5.5 points from 7 matches after 4 victories and 3 draws. Second position went to Bayani Kuda, while Oratile Kotlane came third to also book a spot in the national team. The three will be joined by international master Providence Watoze and the open section winner in this year's BOTSWANA Open tournament to make a team of 5 players in the open section.
We knew coming in for the tournament would be tough, and as expected it was tough, so no surprises there, but we knew what we needed to do to get through. Just took it game by game and panned out in the end. With the first stage, there's not a lot of pressure, but aren't there progress? It keeps mounting until the so mainly it's about managing pressure and the expectation.
Women candidate Master Atamusu won the ladies category after collecting 6 points with 5 victories and 2 draws, but having a better head-to-head comparison to second place, women candidate Master Refilwa Gabatsware, and third place, women FIDE Master Naledi Marape, who also finished with 6 points. The three will be joined by Natalie Banda and the winner of the ladies category of the BOTSWANA Open.
We work hard. It wasn't easy, but we try all our best to improve where we were. But basamki bana basamka sentle la thata no se easy. It was very tough for me, especially game ya ka lena lady. It was a deciding game for I got but I'm happy that I managed to tackle the game.
The team that will be made up of 5 male and 5 female players will have a few months to prepare before departing for Budapest, Hungary to compete at the 45th Chess Olympiad in September. Khomzo Sefako, BTV Sport, Gaborone.
And now lastly, promotion of Maung Heroes Netball Club to the Lukara Botswana Netball League has brought Premier Netball League games to Maung for the first time, as Maung Heroes Task Nico and Tafik clashed over the weekend in the tourism town. The games were used as qualifiers for the next round, where they will play against the teams from the South in the national top 8 of the Lukara Botswana Netball. Anthony Tobohang.
Netball fanatics and enthusiasts flocked netball courts in Maung to witness the Lukara Botswana Netball League elite teams like Task Confidence and Tafik compete for a berth in the next round. The first match of the day saw the home team Maung Heroes take up with the River Giants. The Maung-based side cruised through the match to win by a convincing 106-3 scoreline. The second match pitted Task Confidence against Thunderbolts, and Task ran away with the fixture, winning 50-29. Thunderbolts tried to fight for redemption against Tafik in the third game, but failed as they lost 34-36. The final matchup for the day saw the well-experienced Task lock horns with Nico United Netball Club, where the Tango ladies outshined the newbies to win the match 55-31.
legato le le latelang la rena le dikgwetho mo timing ya rona ba bangwe ga re kgone go traina le bone re le mmogo ba berekela kgakala so re kopana hela mo di-gaming go go nna thata gore o kgone go nna le di-combination tse ile gore o ka go di dirisa ko finaleng.
We were playing against the experienced players. Jana go tshameka le di-players tse di experienced against tse leng gore di inexperienced go thatanyana mme ka gore ke di-player tse di santse di ithuta ke na le tshepo le tumela gore they will bounce back. They have learned a lot from the first round. We are looking forward for the second round e leng gore re sologetse gore re ta oketsa di-points tsa rona re tle re kgone go ya ko top 4.
Meanwhile, the organizers of the league highlighted that it has been a mammoth task running the league due to a lack of resources.
Rona tota go tshameka league e tota go bokete because ga gona team e pe leng gore ha re tshameka di game tse every weekend has to travel less than 200 kilometers. It's always more than 200 kilometers. Mo go rang gore for example te beri hua grand pele kana le di team tsa south, but di team tsa south at the end of the day di khobokana mo le hilong le le one, they spend my 8 pula gore bana ba bona ba goroge go nnenyane ke madi a taxi hela rona gore ngwana ba di team tsa rona di goroge go Maung, for example take team e tswa ko Phikwe team e tshwantse gore e spende bo 9,000 mo transporting, accommodation and dijo.
After the North Zone Lukara Botswana Netball League first round, Task Confidence find themselves leading the pack with 13 points, followed by Maung Heroes on 12 points, Tafik in third with 9 points, and Nico United in fourth place with 8 points. Thunderbolts came in fifth with 8 points, and Uprising Stars in sixth with 4 points, followed by Buteti River Giants on seventh with 2 points, and Muruple Wanderers coming in last with 0 points. Anthony Toborang, BTV Sport, Maung.
From Context, the sports desk that was already had for you this hour, until we meet again later in the day with more sports news. For now, thank you for staying with us. Carlos Sabone standing by to continue within Context. Good afternoon.